Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M54 Renegade. It's a Tier 8 American Premium Heavy Tank. It's located on the assault team of Siegfried Line Assault, and it's under the command of Moerderhoschi. Yes, Moerderhoschi. Well, that's the way I'm going to pronounce it from now on. I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. It's Moerderhoschi? Moerderhoschi. Okay, well, he's got a 105mm gun, capable of doing 360 alpha and penetrating 226mm of armor with standard AP. So it's got decent pen. This compared to the SMV-CC56 we just saw, that was tier 7 with about 200mm of pen. This is tier 8 with a bit more than that's in pen. Now, it is an assault game, which means it only lasts 10 minutes, but you've got to either kill all the enemy tanks or capture the cap area, and they've moved the cap area. I only found this out the other day when I actually tried to play an assault game, and I suddenly realised the cap wasn't where I thought it was. They've moved it further forward. And that means you can't sit at the back and wait for the enemy to come to you. You have to go forward and try and get the enemy, because if you don't, the enemy will seize that cap area fairly quickly. I think what it's trying to do is trying to prompt players to actually get into the face of the enemy during the moment they're trying to enter the city. If you stay at the back and snipe, you won't get anywhere. Anyway, this tank has very good DPM and very good gun handling as well, but it does have a few drawbacks, such as the cupola, and he just took a round from a KV4. Not exactly sure where that round went. Just trying to pop up and get shots on these guys. Does put a round into an M2Y, but he took a round in the tracks from the 45 TP. Now, it does have very good frontal armor, this tank. It's got very high shell velocity, or good shell velocity, and penetration. Standard shell velocity is 1080, and as you said at the start of the game, 226 standard penetration. Unfortunately though, he ricocheted off that 50 TP. It also has very good gun depression, 10 degrees of gun depression, which he's using on this corner very well. Well, we saw that 50 TP come forward, and at that moment he was able to fire the shell in, and he can do the same again, but he didn't get the pen. It ricocheted off. It's also got very good mobility for a heavy. It's got decent turn of speed, 45 kilometers an hour, but it does have poor hull armor elsewhere other than the front. Front of the vehicle has 152.4mm, and the front of the turret is 250mm. So the turret's fairly well armoured and well shaped. You can see there that round did not get through, but he did get a shot into the 50 TP. Going for it again. Didn't get that one in. It looks like this enemy does know how to block people from getting into the town square. Okay, that 50 TP still there. Ah, that's better. Went into the lower plate and he got a high roll. Now, it does have poor ground resistance, and it also has a fairly long aim time as well. It's a heavy tank in terms of it's got 55 tons of weight, so you can do ram kills. It actually has the same crew slots as the T110E5 and the T57 heavy tank, so you can use the crew that you train on the M54 on your tier 10s, and he's just killed the 50 TP with a blind shot. Okay, that slot's now been taken up by the 45 TP, who's still trying to block us from getting in, but not for long. Oh, and another good hit, but a low roll, 323. And there goes the 45 TP, so now we can push forward. Nobody else blocking us. He's letting his teammates go forward first. They can take the flak. One of them's actually fairly low on hit points, the M2Y. Our SMV CC56 is also fairly low on hit points. Okay, this is where we might actually be better off here. Yep, gets one into the T32. Now, hold down, he's quite good. Yes, lower plate. The M2Y is hanging back now because, of course, he knows that we're better off with the turret. Now we can take the kill. Oh, just missed. Tried to get the T32. The IS-22 took that one, but he'll get this shot, and he does. And the IS-22's down, but we took a round in the rear from the KV4, so we need to get round this corner to get away from him. The enemy just lost their CS-44. We pump around into the SU-152. Being very careful now, because we've got some wrecks here that we can use. Okay, these guys are going to push forward. They might be able to deal with the KV4. Where are... There he is. That's it. Lower plate on the KV4. It's a rear turret, so... And, oh, we got another enemy turning up. It's the SU-152. Oh, lovely shot between the arches. Takes out the SU-152. And that's his second kill. Now, just needs to get rid of that KV4. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. The kill shot went to the Scorpion. Now, we've got an enemy behind us. It's a guard. We're backing up, not going forwards. Hello, Mr. Guard. Ow! And he put a 122mm round into us. So we're trying to use... Oh, he's turned his turret the other way, and he's gone. That was a wasted shot, unfortunately. But there's only 2 enemies left. And we've got 3 minutes left in the game. It's a Striv S1 and a Leo, and they're both outside the town trying to snipe. Now, we missed on that shot. The Striv's coming down. If it just rammed our 122, and in fact he's gone. The Leo got the kill. But now we've got a 43-2, and we're closing in. The Striv's down. And now it's just the Leo, and that's a kill shot to win the game. You can see all those rounds that bounced. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game for Moerderhoschi. Moerderhoschi? Yes, well, I think I'll leave it at that for pronouncing his name. Moerderhoschi managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. He got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and he got the high caliber because he was pumping out those rounds and getting damage from them as well. His win rate from the battle, 8,860, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. That's better. He got the highest damage with 5,528 hit points. The second highest damage actually went to the 122 TM on his team, and he picked up a Confederate in that one, 3,412. And the third highest damage went to that Striv S1 on the enemy team, so he was being effective by sitting outside the town and shooting from a sniper position, 3,195. When it came to kills, yep, it's actually the guard who did the best. 4 kills to him, 3 kills to Moerderhoschi, and 2 kills went to the Shrek and the Scorpion on his team, and the Striv S1 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he managed to get the top on that one with 1,558. The second highest was the 122 TM, and those are the only 2 tanks who managed to get over 1,000 base, the 122 getting 1,053 base. And the third highest was the M2Y, who didn't survive, and he got 806. So these 2 guys, the 122 TM and Moerderhoschi, were doing the best in the game. And Moerderhoschi did by far the best, actually, with 1,558. He fired 30 rounds of ammunition in that game, used his gun depression very well. 26 direct hits on the enemy, but only 17 penetrations. And I think he was having difficulty with that 50 TP, to be honest. 5,528 hit points, all of it at close range. 7 hits received from the enemy, only 3 of which actually penetrated, and one of those went through the cupola, and a lot of the other ones bounced off the side of the turret. You saw those green marks where the shells ricocheted off. 1,320 hit points of damage blocked by the armor. He spotted one enemy vehicle, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 502 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 145,929 credits on a free-to-play account, not a free-to-play, a premium account actually, 72,965 credits in personal reserves, and 218,894 credits altogether. After repair and ammunition resupply, he actually took away 176,189 credits profit. 25 bonds and 2,337 XP, 14,022 for completing a mission, and 234 for this being a premium vehicle. Took away 16,593 experience points altogether. The Renegade is actually quite a good tank. A lot of people think it's a very effective tank, mainly down to the fact that it does have decent armor. It has a good fire rate, good DPM, and you just keep pumping those shells around. But the problem is, of course, it does have weak armor on the hull in certain places. So you have to watch out that the enemy doesn't outflank you and shoot in the sides or the rear, because then they can take the better of you. But well done to Moerderhoschi. Good game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.